he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today, we've got a little 1965 Ford Mustang in here. This is a factory 289 car, which is really cool. The 465, this thing is in pretty good shape. The reason it's here is there's some electrical issues. Had some wires burned coming off the alternator. Seems to be pretty common on the 65, 66s and stuff. I don't know if the alternator over-energizes or what, but we got a wire melt. Right now Casey's trying to see how much damage was caused by that, and he's just digging in and checking everything out. But let me give you a quick run around and let you see this cool little car, and then we'll get busy and see what we can figure out on it. Like I said, it's 65, sitting on some American racing rims, which actually look good on this car. 289. Love the valve covers. Where'd you set the breather at, Casey?
Right back there on the seat.
Oh yeah, here's the breather that was on it. I thought that was really cool. Big old Cobra breather. Yeah. I mean, she needs some body work, but it ain't nothing terrible. Interior of this little car. Look at that headliner, man. Seats, carpet, dash. Yeah. Interior looks really good in this thing. All the chromes here. Ain't nothing messed up or anything like that. Yeah. I mean, cool looking little old car. Well worth whatever it's going to take for us to get this thing fixed. But here's what we're doing. I don't know if... you got a flashlight, Casey?
I can grab one.
Okay. In case you grab a flashlight and we'll show you what we're hunting down here. We found one issue. You see a black mark right on that. Got against these wires here and was arcing. Yeah, just shine right down here, cuz. Y'all see them wires right down there, don't you? See how crispy fried chicken all that is? That's all alternator stuff. That's what Casey's doing now. He's running them all. Then he's going to go inside, check under the dash, and make sure none of them got toasty or burnt. But yeah, that's what we're working on at the moment. Among many other things. I am in the booth painting on the Mercedes, fixing to paint on the Mercedes. Casey's going to check this out, and when he gets it figured out, I'll click the camera back on and tell y'all what's happening. Alright, Casey's been pulling the wires out of this thing. Y'all can see how crispy fried chicken a lot of this stuff is. We have burnt and stuff. Huh? And yeah, I mean, bad burns, bad going ons here. But what he's doing now is tracing back this black and yellow. And it's green with the red stripe. Because he said he seen some wires under the dash that were burnt. So let me get with him and see where he's at. Alright, well our parts finally come in. Got our solenoid. I went ahead and attached it. I'm waiting on the hot wires and I will show y'all why. Yeah, I bought the heavy duty solenoid. In my opinion, anytime you're working on a Ford, get a heavy duty one. Don't buy the cheap one. Got a new ignition switch. I will show y'all here in a few minutes how to install that. And we got our alternator. No, when I ordered it, I did not know it was chrome. I would like to have just a regular one. But I mean, the price wasn't terrible. So hopefully it works. And this is a one-wire alternator. Bam. There you go. Of course, you got a ground lug here if need be, or another bracket, whatever. But yeah, hopefully that works out okay. It's supposed to fit this car. We'll see. Alright, rest of our parts came in. We got the two pieces we needed to finish up our ignition switch. That's cool. And our distributor came in. Ain't that awesome? With a nice set of wires. hopefully a nice set of wires. Well, what we're doing right now, we're going to get it up to top dead center and verify that. We know the firing order. We have it written down. We have it written down. And I'm taking out number 1 spark plug right now. So let's get that accomplished. And Casey's down there trying to find a socket to fit, but he'll figure it out. So yeah, number 1 plug out and get the top dead center. Alright guys, get the distributor dropped in. We put it back where the old distributor was, so she should be in time. Wires, Casey went ahead and cleaned up some of the electrical. Now we've got the main ignition wire coming off the switch run out here. That is this one. This is choke. We'll get up to that same height. They give us a nice plug for it. But what we're going to do first is we're going to hook up the battery. And we'll get in there with the ignition switch and actually crank. And make sure that this is hot when I turn the ignition on. Hot while cranking and hot once I get through cranking. So let's do that test right quick. Alright guys, in case you got some of them wires tidied up and got some loom on it. We filled up the master cylinder Saturday. And I just let it sit over the weekend. Casey got in there and pushed it really, really hard. It finally got it to where I do believe it's working. I got the instrument cluster back installed. And Casey went ahead and snatched out that old tank. We have a new one on the way. Should be here in a day or two. Right now, we've done jacked up the passenger side front. It spins freely and the brake stops just fine. This one here, he's trying to get the drum off because it's locked up. We'll see if we can get these fronts working and then we'll move to the back. But you can tell it's being a pain. Alright, in case you got that one fixed. Guys, what we think we had here was, for one, it was adjusted up way too tight. Maybe had a sticky wheel cylinder. So Casey took the drum off and worked the wheel cylinder back and forth a little bit to readjust them. Now we've got a good brake and free spin on this side. So let him throw this together, then we'll jack up the rear and check them, and keep fingers crossed, may have brakes. See, passenger rear is real tight. Driver's side's the one that's locked up, right? Fantastic. Alright, well, Casey's going to rip these apart, see if we can get them working. Well now, our plugs, our battery, and our solenoid came in. Now guys, I bought the most expensive, best solenoid they had at AutoZone, right? First of all, I want you to look at this box. Yeah. You can tell this thing's been thrown around. It's been on the shelf a while, and it's been open before too, you can just tell it. Let's see what we got in there. Well, it appears to be a new solenoid, except guess what, a big greasy thumbprint on it. Great. I hope this isn't someone's return. I'm going to be pissed. But we're going to put it on here and see, and hope that it's good. Well, I just wanted to get that on video and let y'all see that. That's crap. They should check the parts before they give them to the customer. When just look at the box, it'll tell you something was up with it. And hopefully none of the plugs are cracked or anything. Casey's going to check it out. He's back there soaking that wheel cylinder trying to get it to free up. But I'm going to go ahead and get this solenoid on and we shall carry on. Alright, well we have 3 wheel cylinders working. That passenger rear, he still needs to take off and readjust it. The brake's adjusted too much. But he can spin it. When I hit the brake, it stops. This wheel cylinder over here is just stuck. And guys, I know what some of y'all are saying. Just buy wheel cylinders and all new brake parts and stuff. Well, for one, these people are on a budget. I'm trying to help them out by not getting the bill way up there. For two, you can tell by looking at the hardware, wheel cylinders and everything, these are not that old. This is just from 2 years of sitting. Casey's going to take his drums apart, and I bet you, without taking that wheel cylinder off, he can get it freed up and working properly. Well, at least that's what I'm betting anyway. But yeah, he'll take care of it. Let's let him work, and then we'll see what the outcome is. All right, gas tank did arrive. It has been installed. Sorry I didn't get video of it, guys. It's a super easy, quick thing. No high-tech stuff there. Casey is going to the parts house right now to pick up our carburetor, so he should be back in a little bit. We'll get it slapped on and fire this thing up. Let it sit here and run a little bit. Now guys, this is a non-power brake car. So it does come with this plug for the back. Make sure you put it in. You don't want that vacuum leak when you start it up. And also, looking through the manual, this is the vacuum for the vacuum advance, right? Okay, so it comes with some caps. In case you want to cap that one off. This one's to the PCV valve, yep. Right? Okay, that's it. None on the side?
Nope.
Okay, we just got a fuel inlet. Alright, ready to throw her on there. Alright guys, pretty basic. Drop the gasket on, set the carburetor on, check that your linkage and that your spring is going to work. There's a hole right here, Casey. I know it wasn't in there to begin with, but I think that's where that goes.
Well, it's better than where it was.
Yeah. And that's the thing, guys. Look at how stuff was versus how it really should be. It makes a big difference. Well, this one's pretty easy. Just bent rod with a, what do they call them pins right there?
Good question. Not a cotter pin.
It's not a cotter pin.
It's a pin.
It's a pin. It's a slip pin holding device. Okay? That's what works.
Yeah.
Alright. That's it.
Just
Pick up some electrical.
Yeah.
Did this have a ground wire?
Our other one had one on there. It was just grounded out to itself.
Okay, yeah, we need a ground wire. Whichever one of them is ground, I don't know. That's it, guys. This here will go here. We'll tighten it down. Vacuum advance goes here. Alright. Well, let's get it hooked up. I'm ready to fire this bad boy up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everything was going fantastic. We supposed to put the transmission fluid in it. Figured it was low. We could see it leaking a little. Casey happened to come over here to check the temp because we'll be running in a few minutes. And guess what? This oil pressure gauge, yeah, the one we put the new line to, it's busted. It would just started gushing out oil. Yeah, that bites. We'll pick up a new one of them. They're Sun Pro white-faced, Casey. We'll try to get one close as we can to that. Get that replaced. But that was quite a bummer because, man, I was thinking to take this thing out for a test drive. I'm wanting to cruise. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, let's wait till we get that right there because we can't be gushing oil all over the pretty carpet and running the engine out of oil. But hey, it's still a win. Thing fired up and ran good. We'll let it run for a while, go through a couple of heat cycles. Hopefully it'll quit smoking. I might message them and see if they want us to go ahead and do the oil change on it. I'd highly suggest it. But yeah, let's just see what comes up next. Yeah, it's a real V8 car. Alright guys, I think we're ready for a test drive.
Yeah, let's start it up, man.
Casey got the oil change, filter change, breathers on, carbs adjusted, all of that's done.
Well, she needs to find her cap going and steering wheel there.
Yeah, we put in some new gauges.
Yeah, I see that.
And we got that taken care of. So now we can actually see the oil pressure without it leaking in the floorboard.
Yeah.
So I'm going to crank it up in case he's going to video me. I was going to take her for a little short run down the road, make sure transmission shifts and the brakes at least stop me. And we'll just check it out. Then we'll pull it back in, pop the hood, and look for any leaks. Well guys, Casey's topping off transmission fluid is a little low, but it did shift all 3 gears going down the road. Runs good. I was surprised. Apparently it does have a decent little cam and it hits a good lick. As that old song goes, the brakes are iffy and the tires are fair. But the rest of it seems to be okay. Get this transmission fluid in here. And that's it. We've done looked it over. We'll look it over one more time. But I've seen no leaks or no issues. We got good oil pressure. Temp is just barely coming up. So I don't think the thing's going to have any overheating issues. So yeah, I mean, what do you think, Casey? We through with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. That old Brock looks good sitting on there, that's for sure.
That's just pretty.
Yeah, it looks good, even though we had to put the breather sideways because of the HEI. But all in all, guys, I think that'll wrap it up. Well, all right, guys. We are 100% through with the Mustang. Let's hit her cool off. Rechecked everything. She's good to go. Done contacted the customer. So it's ready to rock. We're fixing to shut the hood and roll her outside. Well, guys, I do appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We enjoyed working on it. It was a blast. If you would, throw us down some comments. Hit us up on Patreon and that super thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.